What's up guys, TGTech74. Back again with another pickups video. This will be the third one of the series, and it was a great year for video games. It was a great year for Nintendo. Definitely Nintendo Switch has I guess it proved a lot of people that it can actually, it has a lot of potential, since there is a lot of developers now that want to create games for the Switch. So let's start the video by showing the first thing that I picked up this year, like late in the year. I managed to get my hands in one of those ring lights. This is from a company called Newer, and I grabbed this from Amazon. I think I grabbed something else with this for some reason. I'm thinking it was like 140 or 150 something, something like that. And there are two versions of this ring light. Obviously, the better one is the one with the LED lights, which makes lights. It's less consumption of energy and more practical than the fluorescent bulb that sometimes you get a fluorescent bulb. It's cheaper, yeah, but sometimes it comes. I've seen reviews where the boxes, when they open the boxes, everything is broken into pieces. So LED is definitely the way to go. And why don't we give this puppy a try? In 1, 2, 3. Not bad, not bad. I was originally using a light box that my wife uses usually for her photography work that she does, and honestly the light was really not the best when it came to space. It was a big box, and it was taking a lot of space, it was taking a lot of energy. So going with the ring light, I think, is a definitely the better option. Really quick, if I manage to not to drop anything here, because I have everything piled up here in a very big pile. This is the company that I got the ring light from. It's called Newer Ring Light, and it has a really nice and easy setup guide here, which the previous light that they had originally was not really showing any instructions or anything. So people was complaining a little bit that it wasn't really the what was the thing that kind of made me laugh with this ring light. The ring light comes in a little square box and everything. It has a nice case and everything, as you can see, so you can carry it. It's portable and all that. The tripod that came with it, it was at the bottom. So basically the tripod came at the bottom of the box, and then the light came first on top of the box. So people will take the ring and will look at it and stuff and throw out the box, not knowing that the tripod was at the bottom of the box. A little bit of common sense there, to check that all the contents are inside the box before you throw something, kind of thing. But well, things happen, you know. So I guess that's something that people was complaining. So what the company did now is that the first thing that you get when you open the box, let me guess if you can guess, is the tripod. So the tripod now comes on top of the box, and then the ring light and everything else comes at the bottom, which I think it's okay. It's a great light. It takes less space, not so much heat, and well, this is my first time using it, so hopefully this video will come out good. So let's get started with the pickups that I did for today. When we start approaching the holidays, this is the best time that I reserve, that I pick to get my games, like towards the end of the year. I know there's going to be a lot of offers, a lot of good things towards Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and then Christmas. But they caught me by surprise this year. I started getting emails from GameStop like maybe a week or two before even Thanksgiving started, and I got an email for Pro Days, something about the Pro Rewards members, which now they're gonna have, like, they have two different types of memberships, which I'll probably talk about it a little bit later. They had a few games that they were releasing for the Pro Days at a very reasonable price, you could say. So here we go. I did have a little bit of a mess here. The first game that I picked up for about $19 or $20 was Mafia 3. I heard mixed things about this game. Some people say it's okay, it's really good, the story is good. Some people say that after a while it becomes repetitive. The missions are like the same thing and over and over. I also saw that there is a really nice deluxe edition for Mafia 3, which comes with vinyls, artwork, and everything. And honestly, if you're into the Mafia series and you like collectibles, that was probably a really good thing to get. I just really want to see what the game is about, and I'm into all that kind of stuff like GTA and Saints Row, so I figured this would be a good pickup for that, and for that price. This one I could not pass. This is the BioShock collection. I did play it a little bit on the Xbox, but really not much. And now that it came for the Xbox One, Xbox One S, or whatever Xbox you have, this is really a really good game to have. It has BioShock, the first one, BioShock Infinite, and BioShock 2, with all the content in one disc. Really cool stuff to have. Assassin's Creed the ECO collection, you have 3 games here, plus a free movie ticket that I'm probably not gonna use. To have a collection of games like this from one disc, I think is good. Assassin's Creed, I have really never get into the series yet, but I know it's a good game, so I will give this a chance eventually when I get to it, when I die probably. Okay, let's see what else is here. One of the reasons I have been kind of busy, I don't know if you guys can tell by by the shirt, but this game has kept me just playing and wanting more and more and more, and that's Zelda Breath of the Wild. Game of the Year, according to the Game Awards that was broadcasted about a few days ago. This game, I don't have to say anything about this game. This game is so immersive. There is so much to do in this game. If you don't want any spoilers, a very short story about the game. I started playing it and I just kind of went straight forward for the main quests. I started working in getting the beasts, liberating the beasts and all that, and then I went to Ganon. I sneaked behind the castle with a few weapons. I did what I had to do, beat Ganon and stuff. I have maybe 24 shrines and maybe 9 or 10 hearts and a few weapons. And honestly, if you know how to master the techniques like the flurries and the shield to deflect stuff like lasers and stuff, you're good. Now, I still can stop playing the game. I technically sort of beat the game by beating Ganon and stuff, and I just have to go back now and get everything else. My main goal right now is to get the Master Sword, get most of the side quests and maybe the memories, and go back, get the Master Sword, go beat Ganon, and then I can move on to the next game that I need to play. And of course I will probably beat this game here. I've been seeing a lot of crazy reviews and amazing things. Either it was Zelda or it was Mario Odyssey, the one that's going to be Game of the Year. Great year for Nintendo. Kudos to Nintendo for doing that. And you know what? You can say I'm a little bit of a fanboy for Nintendo, but I love other game companies. I love other games. I think we need diversity. We need other companies competing and doing different things. You can't just have one company doing one thing, and it will kind of get boring. If I don't know if you know what I mean. You know, we need other companies doing different things to create different franchises and different games. All right, so after that Mario Odyssey that you saw there actually led me to get the pre-orders for the wedding amiibos for Mario Odyssey. So we have here, in my opinion, the best one of the bunch, which is Bowser, which this amazing suit and everything. Bowser seems to be the charmer of the bunch here. And then we have Princess Peach here acting like a little bit confused because she don't know what's going on. We have Mario here with his wedding suit too, with his tuxedo. And these were the ones that I picked up at Best Buy. Which for some reason they didn't have them the day that I pre-ordered. They only have like 1 or 2, and then they told me your order is incomplete. It happens, right? I mean, it happens to me a lot over there. So that's that. Then of course I have to get the champions for Breath of the Wild. Excuse me if I don't remember the names or if I send the names incorrectly. There is a lot of stuff going on with amiibos, and that's the Rook here from the Champions. Then we have Urbosa. Again, sorry if I'm mispronouncing the name. We have Mifa right over here, and then we have this is the guy that I always forget his name. I think it's Ravelli or something like that. And these are the amiibos, the Champions. They also came as a 4-pack. I never saw the 4-pack anywhere that I go. I got them separately. Probably I had to pay a little more for them, but they're really, really cool. I couldn't wait to actually scan them to see what would I get in the game, and I didn't really get anything exciting with these ones. I got like a couple of pieces of meat, and then like herbs and fruits, and that's what all I was getting. Maybe if I rescan again another day, I'll get something better. So let me put this on the side here. What else do we have here? Well, now we're gonna start with actually whatever the pickups. Oh, just to mention really quick, with the pre-order of Mario Odyssey at Best Buy, they were actually giving a coin. I don't know if you can see it there. Maybe if I get out of the shot, you can see it. Here's the Mario Odyssey coin. Let's see, maybe right there. Yeah, I think you can see it right there. You can see the Cappy, and then you have like the world over here. I think that was a cool thing to. That's one of the reasons I pre-ordered at Best Buy, because they were giving that coin. So then later on, okay, before I get into the main stuff here, I went to a local thrift store with my wife, and what I always tend to do when I go to thrift stores, I like to check for CDs, because I like to get music. I like to get music, rip my music, have my music collection, but sometimes they seem to mix this in the CDs, and I happen to find this Sega game there, and this is Evolution: The War of Sacred Device. It's one of the first RPGs for the Dreamcast. I found the disc. I thought, I opened it, it's gonna be empty, but no, the disc is there in really good shape, and there were 3 CDs for $1, so I picked 2 CDs plus this over here, and it cost me $1 only. So, you know, it pays off to go to thrift stores every now and then. You know, not everybody is a game connoisseur. Not everybody is checking prices on eBay for games. So sometimes you get lucky. So that was one thing that I got there that I was happy. Then let's move on to, let's see, what are we gonna do here? Yeah, the day of Thanksgiving, there were also a lot of, you know, pre-Black Friday, whatever you want to call it. There were a lot of offers going, a lot of emails going, and I gotta say, this year was amazing year to get games at GameStop for really great prices, really good prices. I managed to get to make a list of the games that I wanted, and there were a bunch. This has been one of the best years to get games for that. So Resident Evil, this is kind of a short game for what it was. You know, I knew I had to wait when this game came out, because it seemed like it was very short. Sure enough, now there is another version called like the Gold Edition or something, which has the rest of the downloadable content, like the other 3 missions or whatever it is. So I figure I picked this for like about $18-20, which I kind of changed my mind now after I saw the PlayStation VR, that they have the Resident Evil for PlayStation VR. That probably would have been a little bit better. I saw the PlayStation, they pushing the PlayStation VR now with Gran Turismo for $199, $200. If you have a PS4, and if they start making enough games, it might be worth having the virtual reality thing. So Resident Evil, that's one. This is, I'm very happy with this purchase actually. The Witcher, The Wild Hunt. This is the complete edition with all the DLC, weapons, everything, Hearts of Stone, Blood and Wine. This game is probably right there with Skyrim and obviously Breath of the Wild. I mean, you guys may have your favorite. I have not even touched this yet, but I heard so many good things about this game. This one was a little bit more pricey. It was about $25, but totally worth picking up. I had enough points, reward points, to get this for for free. Gears of War. This was not a new game. All the games that I'm showing right now that were picked up on Thanksgiving, they were all sealed. They were all brand new. This one, if it was a brand new game, it came with a voucher that would allow you to download all the Gears of War series from 1 to 3, or maybe up to Judgment. I'm not really sure about that. But just getting Gears of War 4, you know, with enough points, I figured, you know, I gotta have all the Gears of War games. They're awesome. This game, I waited like 2 years to get it because the price was between, first it was like 50 something, then it went down to $39, and it stayed there for the longest time. I think the lowest I saw was for $29, and it's an interesting game. I do follow the UFC, and I kind of like the UFC games. I heard that Undisputed from THQ is like the best game when it comes to mechanics and gameplay. It's super fun. I have honestly never played it, but I always read, everybody always says Undisputed. UFC 2 gets a little bit of a bad rap because the grappling game, like when they roll on the ground with other fighters, there is really not much tutorials. There is not much to learn in the beginning, so you really have to spend a lot of time learning the mechanics, the moves, to actually get out of grapples and to do arm bars and to do all that kind of stuff. So this surprisingly was only $10 on that Thursday at GameStop. They opened GameStop 4 to 10, I believe, that day. So I just went there, probably stay online for about an hour, gave the guy the list of games that I needed, get in and got out. So this was amazing to get that for that price. Then I had to give some love to the PlayStation 4 because I found Sniper Elite. And by the way, some of these games were like on both systems. It was on Xbox One S, and the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Pro, which, you know, the new 4K stuff. I guess, you know, yeah, cool. If you have a 4K TV, I guess it's good to have it. X-ray cam for this game, sniper game, amazing. Physics and everything, incredible. So Sniper Elite 4, I got the previous 3, and this is a really incredible game to have. Uncharted The Lost Legacy, this is another game that you can pretty much say that is like a little bit of the downloadable content from Uncharted 4. If I'm not mistaken, that's what my understanding is from what I read on the internet. Still, you can get a few good hours out of this game. Very interesting. It's probably made with the exact same engine that they did on Uncharted 4, and totally worth picking up. Horizon Zero Dawn, I just can't stop hearing things about this game. There is an ultimate version, there is a better version with more DLC and stuff. But again, you know, I don't want to collect every single game. Like some games I just want to play and I just want to see what the game is about. I'm pretty sure this is going to be one of those games that later on I'm going to regret just having the regular version, you know. But still, good to grab for under 20. Everybody's Golf. This is the last of the game that they released for. This is basically what Hot Shots. What's the name of that game that I always said? Yes, Hot Shots Golf. I love that game. I love the series. I have most of those games, and this is the latest entry for those who likes the golf game. So that's that for the PlayStation 4. Then that night I went to Best Buy and I found Watch Dogs for $14. I was surprised. The price really great for the game. I gotta be honest with you guys, I have not even played my first Watch Dogs because I was playing, usually tend to play 5 to 6 games at the same time. And then I just get hooked with one of them, and then that's the game that I'm just gonna end up playing. And I started playing Sleeping Dogs when I was playing Watch Dogs. And between the Sleeping Dogs and the Watch Dogs, Sleeping Dogs won the fight. Amazing game, fighting mechanics, the story, everything was just incredible. I still gotta give Watch Dogs a little bit of, I gotta give it a try, because when I played, I kind of felt overwhelmed with all the information when this guy Pierce was walking in the street and he could actually hack people's phones and see people's informations, and all this information is popping on people's heads and stuff, and I'm trying to read every single one of them, which probably that's not the best way to do. And I just felt like, okay, this is getting a little bit distracting, so I just stopped playing and then I move on. But then Watch Dogs 2 came. uh, it's gotta be a great game, so I'm gonna be playing this too eventually if I don't die first. Let's see what else. Then I decided to actually go and pick up some movies this time. There were movies between $3.99 and $4.99. Had to pick up this one, Kong Island. It's a little bit of story. It takes a little time to build up in the beginning. You know, you gotta get the gist of what the mission is and what they're looking for. Once you get into the action and everything, once you get to see what King Kong and the graphics and everything, this movie is eye candy. It's really good. So I added this to my movie collection. I picked up this earlier during the year, and this is Alien Anthology, all the Alien movies. I saw these movies how many times? I don't know how many times I saw these movies when I was a kid. And it doesn't really matter how many times you watch the movie as a kid, you will miss part of the story. You're always missing things that you will see when you are an adult. So I got the anthology, and this one has 4 movies here. My favorite personally was the second one. The second one was amazing movie, so I figure why not add to the collection Prometheus, which they were like $4.99 $5.99 on that Black Friday day. So Prometheus is the prequel of the Alien movies, and of course I had to get the latest one, which is Covenant, that I haven't even seen yet. So there we go. That's with the Alien movies right there. Let's see what else do we have here. I always like to say I don't like to go to state sales because there is always somebody who's probably going to end up fighting with you trying to get the same thing. But my wife told me that there was this guy who probably recently he passed away, and the family was getting rid of his belongings. He was a collector. He was a video game collector. He used to collect figures, action figures, and he used to sell action figures too. So I saw the pictures of the state sale online, and it was overwhelming to see the amount of stuff that they had in that state sale. I didn't go the first day because I was working, so I figured I'll go the second day and see maybe there's any leftovers, any interesting. And I did manage to find these figures. They were okay price. They were not that cheap, I'm gonna be honest. It wasn't like a super bargain, but they were the Alien figures, and it's from a company called Movie Maniacs. This is from the 2003 movies. I was very excited when I got it. I wanted to actually come home opening the figures and kind of do the poses, and I find a cool place over here for them, but then I kind of changed my mind and I'm just keeping them in the box for now. There is another company that does Alien figures too, and that's McFarlane, I believe is the name of the company, and that seems to be the company that does the better figures. They have a little bit of more detail, some of the figures, better articulation in their arms and legs and stuff. But for what it is, these figures are amazing, so I was very happy to find this. This is Dog Alien. This is, if you guys remember, the part of the movie where the what dog was a Rottweiler gets attacked by the alien, and then he becomes the Dog Alien. So that's what you guys seeing right here, that Dog Alien figure. There we go. That was one. And then I managed to find another one, which is this one, and this is from the Alien Resurrection movie. So those figures, that I guess that goes very well with the movies that I got this time. And that's pretty much what I got this time in for this Black Friday and stuff. And when I mean Black Friday, I don't mean not that kind of Black Friday. I hope you guys had a great year. I hope you guys found great deals too, and I love to hear your comments and your opinions about all the stuff, games, movies, amiibos, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation VR, whatever it is. All I'm gonna say is I'm very excited about the new Capcom Street Fighter 30th anniversary with all that mega collection. That's gonna be incredible. 12 games in one cartridge. Either if it's either for the Switch, for the Xbox One, or for the PlayStation 4, that's something that you guys can pass. I'm very psyched about that, and I'm also very happy about Mega Man 11. This is just gonna be an incredible 2018. This is gonna be an incredible year for Nintendo, and I'm very excited to see what the new year will bring. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and see you next time. Bye.